I shut my phone off so I don't know what time it is. I've got 7 by my phone.
Okay. I'd like to call the meeting to order. If we stand for the Lord's Prayer, please. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Hunt.
Present.
Mr. Darwin.
Here.
And Mr. Meyer.
Here. Fellas, have you had an opportunity to review the minutes of September the 3rd, 2014?
I have, sir, and the minutes read September 4th.
It was September 4th.
Well, it was September 3rd was the rescheduled meeting from September the 4th.
Yeah, my minutes tonight read, minutes of the regular rescheduled meeting of September the 3rd were approved as circulated on motion of.
Oh, I see.
We had a Wednesday night, remember, because of free.
Yes. Well, I move a motion they be approved as presented then.
Okay, thank you.
I'll second that, Pat.
So stand approved as presented. Pat, we have
I gave you a copy of the renewal for insurance, medical insurance, and I think I copied all the pages, did I not? Where I told you that there's a slight decrease in the cost and everything remains the same, except it will be reduced a little bit, like 0.2% decrease. Yeah, but at least it just not the other way, so.
Well, it's been going the other way for a while.
Yeah, and we have until, I forget what's our renewal date, 12/1, and we don't have to do this tonight, but I gave it to you because it came in and wanted you to look at it. If you don't want to act on it tonight, it's fine.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Really no changes to it. We're going to stay with the same program, same policy.
Yes, it's excuse me. Following is a copy of Anthem Renewal for Fairfield Township Trustees Plan. Basically, it's a flat renewal. Reality is a 0.2% decrease. Please review with trustees. You can make a plan change with Anthem and still maintain your pre-Obamacare status. If you want to look at options and with another carrier and accept a plan from another carrier, it will be an Obamacare plan subject to all the rules and regs of the Affordable Care Act. It's just telling you if you make changes, it's under different rules than if by a renewal form. So,
I didn't like the second paragraph.
No.
yeah, but I'm glad she put that in there though.
Well, yeah.
Because you may have wanted to go out and shop, I don't know.
Well, we have in the past, and so it just kind of lays it out straight. I can't see you two, so it's like, what do you want to do?
Might as well just approve it. No changes there.
Okay. I move a motion we be approved.
And I'll second that, Pat.
Okay. Renewal as presented, right? Mr. Hum?
Yes.
Mr. Darwin?
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
And this is only the medical portion and the what else was on there, something else is on there. I think the vision comes through on that, the billing with that too, but I don't see that on there. Anyhow, okay. That is taken care of. Then the township meeting is, County Association Township meeting is Wednesday, October the 1st, which is before our next meeting. We meet on the 2nd. So if anybody wants to go, I can call it, or you can, I don't think I'm going to go. Barry, you said you weren't, Bob's not. So Carl, if you'll take care of your own to call it in, would you?
Is that what you want me to do?
If you're going to go, yes. It's on that paper that didn't I give you a copy? I think I did. You probably got one at home. October the 1st.
Yes. Yeah, and I'll call.
Okay, do you have your paper with the number? Tiffany Cheacock's number, do you have that number? If not, put it in your notes there, Carl, I'll give you that number. Okay, 330-424-7319 by September the 24th.
424-7319.
Yes, Her name's Tiffany.
And that will have to be in there by
The 24th. I presented you too with the Otarma update for the fall time. Kind of some interesting reading in there. But I really don't have anything else to address this evening.
Can we do this?
Sure. I do. Bob gave us each a copy, and I've probably buried it already. See how quick that happens? See. Yeah, that's right here. Bob gave us each a copy of a renewal for the delivery period of November 2014 meter read through October 2015 meter read for the Integris Energy Services Natural Gas LLC, and it is it's an amendment to cover that same period of time for the continuation of acceptance of what they're proposing to us. You can take it from there, Bob.
Well, it's just something we've done, or it seems like we just did this. I'm just amazed.
I move a motion, we approve it.
Is that 2-year?
No, I think it's just a one.
One.
I think they're always one every year, because I'm pretty sure I looked it up and it was the same.
Yeah, it's through October 2015.
Yeah. We usually get it in the first part of September, and then we have a month to act on it. Let me see, Garwin made a motion to accept.
I'll second.
Okay. Mr. Hum,
Yes.
Mr. Garwood,
Yes.
Mr. Minor,
Yes.
now this needs to be signed.
Right, then they'll make you a copy, and then I'll send it back to them.
Okay.
Because eventually we'll get the
Okay.
original back.
That's the original one that you gave to me.
Okay.
You're telling me I send this in?
No, I'll send it.
Okay. All
I
right.
just figured if, and I'll make you a copy, and then I'll take that.
Okay, we can do that. We'll make coffee checks, so. Okay, that's all I have this evening. Thank you.
Okay. No,
Been continuing with our patching, hot mixing roads. Still, we got a few more to go. We're not quite finished with that. As you probably noticed on your way in, we got the parking lot paved. Spent some time prepping it, edging it, sweeping it off, grinding it out around the entranceway there to keep the elevations right. And with the help of the city, we got it paved. It took 213 tons for a cost of about $13,227.70.
And that check is in there this evening for that.
Yeah. So I thought all of the seam work and everything, I thought come out real nice. That last pass at the back there, I wasn't actually planning on that one. I had it figured for 196 tons, and the last truck was going to be 197, so I sent one more truck. That's why we kind of got that one swipe across the end back there. But if we were ever to add on to do more down the road, we'd just go over top that. We'd mill out right in front of it. So the quantities worked out really good. Said they had it estimated for 196, and the last truck finished right over there at 197. So I guess I should have trusted my quantities.
it appeared like that was your personalized parking.
Yeah.
Or we're going to get a little...
But yeah, so I think it came out really nice. We installed 40 feet of 12-inch pipe and catch basin for that culvert pit on Woodville Road. And we replaced that 24-inch cross culvert on Signal that was rusted out.
24-inch cross culvert on Signal.
And we set a catch basin there also and tied the next driveway up from it because it was also rusted out. So we had a total of 80 feet of 24-inch in there. As you know, both of them were rusted out and failing, and there was never a catch basin there before. It was kind of like laid up by stone, and it was real close to the road, so we put a catch basin in there to close up what was kind of a hazard. We started receiving our ashes from Belmont. Probably have about 600 ton on hand that have been brought in so far. And got the fence fixed on the curb there at the cemetery barn, just so you knew that was done. And I'm still kind of waiting to hear word on what's going on with the salt. I haven't gotten confirmation on Columbia County, yes or no yet. I've been just emailing them about once a week, and I haven't gotten a response back, so I'm just kind of waiting to see what they say.
Newspaper's been quiet too.
Yeah.
The city, when Lance was in the office, he said they rejected it.
Right. Jesse's been calling me. Was he gonna, last I talked to him, he had found some salt that was treated.
Right.
And it was a little cheaper than that 102. Is that still the...
Last time I talked to him, he found that treated salt. It's called Clear Lane. But it's like 105. It's about the same money. But he wasn't sure if he was going to do it or not. He was kind of up in the air. The guy wanted like 10% up front before he ever delivered any, and he would only give them 400 tons. There was a lot of stipulations, so he wasn't quite sure what he was going to do just yet. He gave me the paperwork on it, so I kind of got that too, so I don't know. So, still kind of waiting to hear what, if the ODOT contract's going to be accepted or not.
If not, that might be an option.
Yeah. Yep. That's really about all I got. Center lines have been painted on Crestview, center and edge lines. They still got to put the symbols on. Stop bars, school, railroad crossing, all the symbols need put on yet. they do have the center and the edge lines on. That's really about all I have tonight.
Well, that's really an impressive road now, from 7 to Fairfield.
Yeah.
Nice.
Carl?
The only thing I have is this letter here from this lady and Mrs. Cornball. And she is wondering why we don't have signs that says in our township that says Amish. She said, I am writing to say that an Amish buggy sign is needed at Fairfield Township, Rowley Road. Elk Run Township has put up the Amish buggy sign at the end of the road.
What road, Carl?
Really?
And that's all. It's a very nice letter. And she is wondering why we don't do that. And I ran that letter past my wife, and she said, "My goodness sakes, that's absolutely wrong. The buggies would get hit, get hurt, and get damaged."
So I think what down in towards neighborhood is getting to be a population, and I remember reading the articles in the paper about the signs.
At Middleton
Are
Township.
they using that really road, Mel? Have you noticed anybody down through?
Kurt Sechrist said something to me that they were going to put it up on their end of Elk Run. This was just recently, he told me that. He said, I don't know if you guys want to do it on your end. I mean, I haven't been out there, during the winter, obviously I am, because that's one of the roads I do. And I have yet to see one, but I'm not saying that there isn't.
Right.
I've seen one actually on 517 going down Unity Line Road. I've seen them on Unity Line, I've never seen them on Rayleigh, so.
I haven't seen any in Fairfield Township. I guess if we just keep an eye on it, and if the need arises, whatever. Palestine, you see them all the time, Palestine.
But I do know that, yeah, Elk Run did put one on their end of it, really.
Well, we can keep an eye on it and see how things are going. There's one up south that's much expanded, so.
That's the only thing I have, sir.
Okay. Do you have that letter? So I can give it to Pat?
Sure. There you go.
Thank you. Barry?
Tomorrow, we're talking with Mel a little bit in between meetings. Hillcourt wants to come in and talk, so tomorrow morning, Mel and Bob Durbin and myself, we're going to meet with Hillcourt here at 8 a.m.
What do they want to talk about?
The RUMA.
They don't like our room one?
Well, I think it's maybe a meet and greet to see what the expectations are. If it's the process of the RUMA with the strengthening and the bidding and the quarrying and all types of things. I think the engineering firm from Hillcourt called me. It must have been Monday or Tuesday, I think it was. And so I said, sure, we'll sit down and talk about it. And then I think he got back to me when I talked to him and see if Mel was going to be available. I think a couple people from Hillcourt are going to come also. So
Who's the gentleman that's coming?
Brad is his first name, Pat,
And he's
from
from
an
Hillcourt?
engineering firm.
Okay.
that's going
Okay.
and we'll get you that stuff tomorrow. So we'll start the discussions for the route at the property on Crestview Road.
But there's no reason for us to deviate from our previous rules. I mean, I think we've got a nice process that's been developed over the years. Just tell them, this is what it is, that's what it is.
Well, I told Mel he's got some of those plans from when Chesapeake did the work.
Yep.
Here's what we've done. Lower Elkton, how many miles is it up? 1 mile from 558 to Crestview.
I measured that, I think it's like 1.4.
That section is an asphalt, the other section coming in towards 164, or 164 is, so that might be, with the amount of traffic we have there, I think that's where we're going to lean.
Well, when they started talking about coming in Bunker Hill, I mean, that didn't make sense there.
Where are you leaning towards?
I think asphalt, Pat, in that section, because right now, September 18th, the tar situation for chip seal, it's probably outside the window for temperature parameter, isn't it?
I would think.
Or I think it's season at the end of September, so they're going to have to get some plans to us to get moving before the temperature settles out on us. So we'll sit down and have a little meeting with them tomorrow.
Have they talked to UDOT yet about the turning radiuses?
We'll get in, I didn't get into that over the phone. We'll give that to them when they come.
All right.
That's all I have,
Anything
sir.
else?
That's all, sir.
Okay. Well, I've given you everything that I had, so I don't have anything. I guess, well, she was late.
I wasn't late, I was working next door. Let the records reflect.
Yeah, we heard you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're probably blurring the tape up here. Kim?
Nothing notable. Just a lot of election bond calls. Just a reminder, if the news would like to record the fact we do ask for election bonds, people can call me, or all the information is on the website. And it's very easy to do. We just take it, and if they clean up, then we return it. And Mel, just as always, I just always tell people to use common sense, and if they have any questions about where they're placing the sign, to ask you or ODOT or the county, whoever has jurisdiction, so that we don't have any problems with signs placed wrong, right? I don't think. I just always try to remind people that what you can see in a truck and what you can see in a car. Usually the guys putting these signs in are in trucks. And they go, I can see. And it's like, well, I don't want to come along later in a Honda Civic and not be able to see, because these election signs are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But other than that, we don't really have anything worrisome. I did send a second notice to the Federal National Mortgage Association for that Metz Road property, and they're either going to respond or not, and I'll keep you posted. I'm assuming if they don't after the second time, then we can move forward without them. Is that correct?
Yeah, but you spoke with the one lady, she needed
They were going back and forth, like, they're saying that it's still an active mortgage, that it's not in, they don't do anything with it because and they're showing it as an active mortgage, they say. Which I guess is like, if I didn't mow my lawn, Huntington Bank, they hold my mortgage, isn't going to get involved.
title is transferred to them. They own it.
They own it, okay. See, that's where we're getting, that's where she herself said, just send us a second notice, I think, to buy them some time. But, at some point, not to be rude, she was very nice on the phone, but how long are we going to be responsible for their inability to keep track? Because that's what you and I see, that they do own it, but they're claiming it's still an active mortgage. So it's like, that must not get down to the proper channels right away. I don't know.
Because really with the second notice, and what would be our steps?
Yeah, that's what I'm questioning.
Well,
I want to make sure I do everything right. Send every notice you need so that we don't.
But then it gets involved, and then we're incurring expenses and that, and it may be years before we recoup those funds.
And I haven't heard if the health department had any findings or went out, but they don't have to report to me, so I'm not implying that they didn't. The health department doesn't have to call Kim Seabolt and tell her what they're doing. but I haven't had any contact with them, but that doesn't, I mean, I let them know about the problem, they have not reported back, but they're not required to report to me, so I don't know.
Well, it would just be best to get their attention and get it done.
Yeah, because a lot of it, I think, is really kind of more their issue than ours, because again, I'm no building inspector, but I'd be real surprised if that house is safe and fit for anything. I mean, it's pretty bad.
Kim, let me ask you, because I can't understand you on tape. What is the name of the bank or wherever you sent that notice?
It's the Federal National Mortgage Association is who we've been notifying.
Okay.
I mean, twice, and they did respond, so that tells me that they bear some responsibility for it. They're just kind of in a, I don't think she's trying to be difficult. I think you're just dealing with a very large company, and we haven't gotten to
To the
the
spectrum of things, it's...
high grass.
They need to locate the file.
Downtrodden building department is not involved or something, I don't know, yeah. And the zoning commission had their required meeting, there was nothing new to report, but we always appreciate their help in coming out and giving their time and attention to the township, and they did do that, so we appreciate them.
Anything else?
That's all.
Molly?
What? I have nothing to add.
Okay.
Nothing?
Did you get her on camera? Yeah. Mary Ann,
No, I don't have anything to add either.
when's the last day of golf out there? I mean, you guys...
Hopefully Thanksgiving weekend. Hopefully.
Anything else from anybody? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.